What is going on with Artur Beterbiev pulling out of the Dion Nicholson fight that was meant to be going down on November 22nd? Had no promotion at all, wasn't even on the fight poster that Artur Beterbiev was meant to be fighting. Shocking stuff for that, but he's not fighting anymore. He's injured again. How many times? I mean, he's a bloody great boxer. He's a great fighter, Artur Beterbiev. You know, great to watch. Always brings entertainment every single time. But how many times has this man let us down? How many times has he pulled out of fights? What time is this? I feel like it's like the sixth or seventh time he's had a pull out now. Like, what is going on? And look, he's 40 years old now as well. That just makes injuries worse and worse. He's had all sorts of injuries, this bloke. He's had all sorts. You know, everything under the sun has happened to Artur Beterbiev. You know, it's unlucky, but it just lets fans down. And I don't know how long he's got left in boxing. I don't know how long he's got left in boxing. You know, 40 years old. I think in the second fight, especially, I think the first fight took a loss out of Beterbiev, and I think Bivol was taking loads out of Beterbiev round by round in that rematch. Um, you know, I think Bivol beat him both times. He definitely won the second one. The first one was close. I thought Bivol won. I think Bivol would win a very convincing trilogy if that was to happen, but I don't know if it happens. I don't know if Artur Beterbiev actually boxes again. I honestly don't know. I wouldn't. I would not be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised if Artur Beterbiev doesn't box again. Which would be a shame because I think a lot of us want to see the trilogy. I think a lot of us wouldn't mind seeing Artur Beterbiev fight David Benavidez. Like that would be a very interesting fight, even if Beterbiev lost to Bivol. Again, it would be interesting to see. But yeah, he's injured too much. I think he was injured before the Callum Smith fight originally. He was injured before the first Bivol fight was meant to happen in June. That got pushed back to October. There's many more as well. He's been accused of PEDs in the past as well. Stuff coming out about that. Again, I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't. Nothing surprises me with Artur Beterbiev. Nothing surprises me at all with him. But again, it's honestly a real shame. It is a real shame. His career's been held up a lot, a lot. Artur Beterbiev's career has been held up throughout. Just with injuries, it's just happened a number of times now. It feels like, and the delays are quite big as well. Um, I just, I don't know. I don't know. I think, the turnaround for the Bivol fight wasn't ideal. And I did say as well, uh, the fact that he took this fight against Dion Nicholson when it was first announced, I said it was a risk. Because what if he got injured in the camp? He's got injured in camp. He's got injured in camp. I was like, what if he gets injured? And he bloody has done. Then I was thinking, though, like the other possibility was he got this fight done. I mean, he hasn't now, but I was thinking he'd get this fight done. He'd get ready for the Bivol trilogy, 2 back-to-back camps, and he'd get injured in that one. There was always going to be an injury coming with Artur Beterbiev. Always there was going to be. Like, you would have been stupid if you thought that there wasn't going to be an injury coming somewhere in the next year with Artur Beterbiev, with everything that he's got going on. And yeah, look, the turnaround for the Bivol fight was quick, but Bivol did it as well. Wasn't just Beterbiev who did it. Beterbiev was the winner in that fight as well. And yeah, they turned around quick. Bivol got injured, so the trilogy couldn't happen sooner. Now Beterbiev tried to get the Dion Nicholson warm-up fight, and now he's injured trying to get a warm-up fight. You couldn't write it. You couldn't bloody write it. But there's so much going on with Beterbiev. So much going on with him. It's disappointing. It's going to be frustrating for him. It's going to be very frustrating for him. But again, I think it's going to be very difficult for him to be able to get back into the ring. I feel like at this point, just do Bivol versus Benavidez. I want to see the fight. It's got to happen. with Beterbiev, I feel like injuries gonna only keep on coming. You know, he's getting injured enough. He's now 40 years of age. You know, it's only gonna get worse, and his body's only gonna start to slow. And I feel like that is what we are seeing. I think those two Bivol fights have really taken it out of him. I really do. You know, he was getting injured a lot before, but those two grueling 24 rounds with Bivol, it's taken a lot out of Artur Beterbiev, and I don't think it would go down for him in the trilogy. And with this injury coming now, it could be a reality check for him. He might be rethinking his career choices now, Artur Beterbiev. And again, I would really not be surprised. And if Beterbiev was to retire, I wouldn't blame him. Do I want him to retire? No, I want to see him fight on, but it's not my choice. Do I think he wants to retire? No. But again, I wouldn't blame him if he was to retire. You know, it would make sense if he did. He's 40 years old. He's done everything he possibly can. He's became undisputed in the light heavyweight division. Done that. Had, you know, two massive pay-per-view fights with Bivol. Massive stuff. And here's another injury now. Here's another injury. And, you know, I don't think Bertabiev's the kind of guy to bounce off a loss better than what Bivol did. I think Bivol was always going to be good at being able to bounce back at it. And again, I just get those vibes with Bertabiev, you know, taking that loss now, does he even fight again? Yeah, I get he wanted to fight again, but again, was anything really even fully set in stone for that Dion Nicholson fight? Because we got next to no promotion about that fight whatsoever. But what the bloody hell is going on with Artur Beterbiev?